Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial. My name is Adiola. I'm the creative lead at Allured by Ruby Headwear Academy, and this tutorial is all about molding a button fascinator base for beginners. This is usually called a button block, okay, because of the shape, and it's quite beginner friendly because it's easy. You don't have a lot of curves and corners, and it's pretty straightforward to block. So for you to be able to mold a fascinator base successfully as a beginner, you'd have to start with a smooth button block like this, okay, and then you'd also need your straw. This is a type of straw that is called princess mat. We have another type that is called cinnamon, and we have paper mat as well, right? So I would need my brush to apply my stiffener. I have my stiffener right here, which I'm going to be using to harden the straw to give me the shape of my block, right? Great. So I'll also need some pins to hold the straw to the button block, okay, and this is popularly known as princess mat, but of course you can use any type of molding. It's actually called blocking, right? Molding is not the correct word, but we are used to that in this part of the country. That's okay, but for our students in diaspora or that are not in Nigeria, you can just say blocking. That's the popular word for it. So so you can use any material whatsoever to block your base. Now this is beginners, don't forget, and of course for advanced people you can also learn a thing or two, like another method or technique to achieving your fascinator base. So you need your push pins to attach your straws to your button block or to whatever shape of block you are using. You need your scissors, and of course you need something to pour your stiffener into to be able to create your mixture before you apply to your base. So let's get started. Now the first thing you want to do whenever you want to block your base is to measure your block, and this right here is 7.5 inches. And as a beginner, I encourage you to add 2 inches to your material that you're going to be using to block. So this is 7.5, and this material right here is 9 inches. It means that I added 1.5. So what I'm saying is, in essence, is that you're going to be adding 1.5 inches on all sides of a square. Please note, the least you can use is to double your material, whether you're using cinnamon or you're using princess mat or paper mat. You can double your material, your blocking material. So you can use single like this. It's going to be too light. And for this princess mat, I noticed that even 2 is not even as thick as I want, so I prefer to make it 4, just like this, so I can just use up all the material all at once. And lucky me, I have 1.5 extra and it's good, so I'm going to be using this just the way it says. So I'll take that again. You measure your block and you add 1.5 inches or 2 inches to be on the safer side to the measurement of the block on a square. So this will be 9 inches, 9 inches, 9 inches, and 9 inches, a perfect square. So the next thing you're going to do is to soak your blocking material in water to soften it for you to be able to manipulate it on the block. Now, while my material is soaked in water, the next thing you want to do is to cover up your block. You can use cling film, you can use a wrapper, just like I'm doing right here. Ensure you always cover up your block. This is because you want your material or your fascinator base to come off your block easily without stress. It can be so stressful, oh my god, when you do not cover your block. You don't want to do that. No, not at all. It's going to frustrate you. So after you have covered it up, you can get anything like Vaseline or oil. This is faster for me. It's just my regular sewing machine oil. I apply on the wrapped block, and then I just rub it in all the way down, okay, and to the back as well. So this ointment or your Vaseline will enable your material come off your block as easy as possible, very easy and fast without stress. So after I apply generously, okay, I just put it aside. Now I'm going to get my material so we can start blocking. Okay, so I have my material right here and I place it on the block and then I flip it upside down. So I'm going to start from the 4 points right here. Okay, starting from the first 2 opposite direction, like so. If you're working with white fabric like mine, ensure to make sure that your hands are clean. Okay. Awesome. So I go to the opposite side. The reason why we are doing this is to make sure that we have even how do I put it now? Okay, so we can have like a smooth brim right here at the end of the day. So I pin. You actually need a strong fingers when you're blocking as a beginner. Of course, your hands are what you need to achieve a nice look. So I go to the opposite direction like so, and then I pin. Okay, did you see that? So I have shared the material into 4, so it makes it easy for me to have the same and equal edges all the way. So I'm pulling, as you can see, I'm using my left hand to pull this as firmly as I can before I pin down. You might want to get like a small hammer or whatever type of hammer you can get to be able to, you know, apply pressure to your pins, because this can really be painful for your thumb if you're just starting out, right? So it might hurt a little, so you might want to just get your hammer close to you to assist you in pinning your block. Okay, so this is what I have right here. I noticed that the top part is really smooth. Yeah, really smooth. So I'm going to continue the same method like that. All right, so now that I'm done pinning all the way down, this is what I have right here. Can you see how the edges are really neat right there? Great. So another tip I'd like to show you is when you pour your stiffener into a cup, before you apply water, you want to ensure that all the lumps this way goes away And the first thing you want to do is to first of all stir it while it is still thick, right? Stir it very well while it is still thick. It's much easier to dissolve the lump that way than when you apply water. Okay, so you stir, you notice how it's looking smoother. So I'll keep stirring like that until it's totally dissolved. Then I just apply little water. So after applying little water to form a paste, can you see that? Awesome. So I'm going to turn this upside down, and then I use my brush to apply my stiffener generously to my base. And so here we have it. We have it right here, all stiffened, and I'm going to leave this outside to dry for few hours. So this is how to block your fascinator, and of course by the time you take it off, it's going to give you your exact shape. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. So please go ahead and click the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification button to get more free and detailed video. Bye for now.